Some might. I don't know. Why am I not?
Yeah, that's never I mean,
And if you fluctuate, I think let's.
And welcome back to the Lawn Hustle Podcast. I am your host, Andy Wilson. I have 16 years of experience in the green industry. Today we have a special program with special guest Peter and Courtney with Eartha Pro. Eartha Pro is a software designed for lawn care. The solo operator or the smaller business. We've had Peter on our show before, so welcome back, Peter and Courtney. Welcome to the Lawn Hustle.
Thanks for having us.
Well, let's start today's show by asking you if you can tell us your background, where you're from, where you started, and what led you to Eartha Pro.
Sure. So we're from Northern Virginia, and my background is I've been a software developer for most of my career. And my wife here was in the lawn care industry for a while. And do you want to tell them how you came up with the idea?
Yeah, so I'm from Virginia. I was raised in Central Virginia, and I lived all over the state. I went up to Northern Virginia for work, and I was working at Pepsi, like driving routes and stuff. Then I started working at a chemical company, sold in Home Depots, Lowe's, Ace Hardwares, and I would travel all over the U.S. going to anything from like small mom and pop lawn care business to independent garden center to Lowe's, Home Depot, etc. And I saw that there was an issue where like a lot of small businesses didn't really feel like there was a software meant for them because they felt like they had to sacrifice quality for price. There wasn't really like a incredibly like high value software where they could just get the things that they wanted out of it and they didn't feel like they had to pay for things they didn't need. So that was the idea for Eartha Pro. Talked to my husband and he said, "Wow, let's do something about it."
Yeah, it was exciting because she like was talking about an industry that seemed like there wasn't a good solution for the smaller lawn care companies, and she knows so much about the industry, and we were like, let's just do it.
Yeah, and also I love the industry. Like everyone's like, there's such an abundance mentality. Like instead of the scarcity mentality where people think like there's not enough to go around. Everyone in lawn care just wants to help each other just for the sake of helping each other, and I think that's so special. And you don't get that in a lot of industries. So I thought I just want to stay. I want to stay in this industry. How can we do that? And I saw the issue, and I thought let's make something.
So was that the aha moment that helped you realize the need and maybe stirred up the desire to create Eartha Pro?
Yeah, that was definitely the aha moment. And also working with your significant other. I mean, our goal, we have two goals for Eartha Pro. It's to help our customers, genuinely help our customers, and and then the second goal is working together.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun working together, and we learned early on, right, that this was a good next step for our relationship because our communication was always good, but it had to go from good to great, right? So we can be on the same page, not just in our relationship, but also with the business we're building together.
Yeah, I mean, being on the same page with like life goals that we wanted for ourselves, like not just for our careers, but financially, and we were really forced to communicate.
Yeah.
Better. I mean, not like we were ever bad at it, but like communicate.
Or to go from good to great.
Yeah, to go from good to great communication.
Yeah.
Well, for someone hearing about Eartha Pro for the first time on this podcast, what does it do in simple terms?
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying, you got it.
Yeah. Eartha Pro does everything that a small lawn care landscaping business needs it to do. So you can see all your revenue on the dashboard. You can see any kind of invoices that haven't been paid yet. You can see all your equipment maintenance. Beyond that, you can see all your customers, and then you can see them on a map view. You can schedule recurring jobs super easily, and then you can send out invoices and or payment links um, through your phone. They can so you can send it to your customer, and then they can pay it on their phone. So it makes it super easy to it makes it super easy for the lawn care guys, and then also the customers.
Yeah, so we help customers get paid faster, manage their customers in a CRM, and just really make it so that they don't need to worry about all of their back office work.
Well, I think it's very interesting that your software includes the small guy or the solo operator, because a lot of times, until you grow, you get left behind with some of the other programs or CRMs that are available. So I think it's very unique that you created the software with the solo operator or the smaller business in mind. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah. Whenever I go to a trade show, because I went to several trade shows in the industry, like before we even thought of Eartha Pro, I'd always think to myself, like, it's either like all the exhibitors and stuff, they're not really meant for the small guy. Not to say that the small guys can eventually grow to become a multi-million-dollar company. I think that's wonderful, but really starting like to help the daily maintenance guys who maybe they don't want to scale immediately. Maybe they're a part-time person. Maybe they only do weekends. Maybe they're a college student and they're working on Earth Pro, or they're one of the many people who are thinking about starting a company but don't really know exactly how to do it. Well, we'd be happy to walk them through our software and help them at least understand their overhead and all the back office stuff it takes to run a business, because the businesses don't fail because of the outside work. It fails because their back office isn't organized. But anyway, I saw all these businesses at the trade shows, and I think wow, there's nothing really here for small businesses, specifically the softwares. We're one of the few small softwares for lawn care and landscaping that are actually just showing. Actually, I think we are the only one that's showing up for the small businesses at Equip, which is really crazy to me. A lot of the software showing up are meant for huge crews and stuff, and I think that's great, but there's nothing for the small guy.
Yeah, we really want to we're very happy and excited to work with the smaller companies, and we built Eartha Pro alongside several other small companies because we wanted to make sure that we were making something that was easy to use. It was just what they needed, so they were paying for only just what they need. Because running a small company, running any business, cost is important, and we really keep that in mind when we built Eartha Pro.
Well, let me ask you this, and you both can take a turn answering this question. What feature on Eartha Pro are you the most proud of, and why?
I have one. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
we just built this feature because one of our customers was telling us they really wanted this. You can text invoices straight to your customer from the web app and the mobile app. And the texting invoices is super cool because you can text them and the invoice PDF, or you can text them just a payment link. So depending on how you want to run your business, you can text the invoice PDF to your customer, or if you just want to send them a payment link, make it super easy for your customers. They just get a text message, click here to pay. So streamlined, and that was really I was super excited to release that because right after we released it, one of our customers told us, "Oh my gosh, this is my favorite thing in Eartha Pro right now."
Oh, I almost cried.
Yeah, it was so
it was so heartwarming.
Yeah,
it was oh my gosh, I know everyone's built there are a lot of entrepreneurs and stuff in lawn care, but when someone says they really like what you did, it's always like,
Oh, and sorry. Yeah, sorry.
sorry.
Sorry. And the last thing to say about it is it just works. Like you don't have to set up any account with the phone company. You don't have to manage the phone number. Literally, when you log into Eartha Pro, you can just like click a button and it'll send. Everything just works.
Well, I think it's important for us to let our listeners know tonight that when you're starting a business, it's not too early to connect with a software like Eartha Pro. Because when you're starting, you're wearing every hat. You're the worker. You're the estimator. You're the secretary. You're the financial officer. You're everything. So if they can take a program like Eartha Pro and put it to work for them, then they continue to do the outside work while you do the inside work. And I think it's important for our listeners to know that, because I think that's the reason why some people get so frustrated in trying to start a business is they get physically and mentally wore out trying to wear every hat. So I applaud you and your program for focusing on that solo operator or that small business. I think that's crucial.
Yeah, thank you.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, it's great to hear. So my answer to the feature I was most excited about was how you can create recurring jobs. So you can with Eartha Pro you can create these templates like it's a template you can make. You can import whatever materials or employees and equipment you want into that, and then all you have to do to make a job is select the template, and then select the template, add your customer into that template, and then say like what frequency do you want to go, like every Monday for the next every Monday from March 1st to November 1st. And then you can set the time, and then you can go into each one of those jobs and adjust it as needed. And I think that's so wonderful. You can even like say if your jobs are on like Tuesday, Thursday, you can even shift them back all back one day, so it's Monday, Wednesday, or like Wednesday, Friday. And that's something that I'm really proud of, because like they don't a lot of softwares don't make it easy to manage a project. Like just even shifting days or even changing one thing about a job can just take all like much longer than it needs to be. So us having that, like our customers are really really happy that we had that.
And again, we knew to build that because we're working alongside our early customers, and they're giving us great feedback, and we build everything with their feedback in mind. So it's really like catered to how they would use it.
Yeah. And also just some more like background information. We officially launched January 2025. Everyone that has signed up has stayed on with us. So we've actually had zero churn, or like zero people who have used Eartha Pro have actually
have left.
Yeah. Like no one has left since they've started using Eartha Pro.
That's good.
And also, if whoever signs up, we're happy to walk them through anything. We're happy to work with them, listen to them about new features or things that they think would be really really cool to add.
Well, let's talk about that onboarding process. What is the onboarding? If someone wants to sign up for Eartha Pro, do they go to earthapro.com and fill out a entry-level application, or what is the onboarding process?
Sure, the onboarding is so straightforward. You can go to earthapro.com, you choose what subscription you want, purchase the subscription, and it's all done. You'll get an email with your login information. Log in. You'll change your password to make it unique, so it's your own personal password. And right when you get to Eartha Pro, we have an FAQ section where we have all these tutorial videos about how to get started, how to send a payment link. Like we know what you want to immediately know right when you join. So there's videos for everything, and we also give our phone number out. So you can give us a call anytime. We'll help you with anything. And we also send you a welcome email with just like, check out this video. This is how you can, quickly get started in under 5 minutes. Reach out if you have any questions.
And we also see when people sign up. So I immediately, like, within a few hours, I try to reach out and just give them a call, send them an email, just like a personalized email, and just say like, hey, I saw you signed up. Like, would love to help you with anything. If you have any issues or any ideas on how to make this better, I'd be happy to talk with you.
Yeah, and something about like when you purchase Eartha Pro, it's extremely clear what the price is. There's no like, oh, set up a meeting and we'll tell you how much it costs. The price is right. It's on the web app. It's right there on the page, and you quickly and clearly see what it is and how much you're paying.
Yeah, and okay, I this is the last thing I'll say right now. Yeah. But when it comes to our price, we purposefully put it at the price we have it, just because we want it to be accessible and affordable, and also a high value for our customers. We're not trying to like price gouge or anything. And we have some features that in other softwares belong in products that are like $200 or $300 a month. Like one of our features that we have is the QuickBooks integration, and that typically isn't introduced until, like, for other softwares, until like $200-$300 per month. So we're really proud to have that.
Well, when you were designing Eartha Pro, did you see a gap in lawn care software that you wanted to fill, that you wanted to eliminate and make it work better for the customer? And what was that gap?
So the gap that I saw initially was there are some like lower tier, cheaper, if not free softwares out there that are lawn care specific, or maybe they're just generic invoicing softwares. And then, so basically you have those softwares, and then you have the like super high end softwares where like you're going to get all the bells and whistles, all the sales people that reach out to you are like, oh, it's going to take like a year or two to feel comfortable using this. And I was like, what do you mean it's going to take a year to like feel comfortable using a software? Like, shouldn't you just be able to like look at it and have an idea of like the next step when you're using it? And so it didn't feel like there was a software out there that didn't have any bugs in it, that had genuinely what people wanted and very little else. Like just the like some of the softwares are also increasing their price significantly month to month, and so it's not that that's a bad software. It's just that the people using it, like the lawn care guys using it, don't feel as much value as they used to.
Well, how does Eartha Pro save lawn care business owners time and money?
So Eartha Pro saves time and money because we make it super easy to create reoccurring jobs. You can download our mobile app, which comes with all the subscriptions. With any subscription you get, you can easily see what your tasks are for today. And when you're done with the job, you can just complete the job. It'll automatically create the invoice and send the text to the customer. So you don't have to worry about going back to your office, your home office or whatever it is, doing paperwork, sending out payment links. You can just do everything at the click of a button. And that's and I'm so excited to talk about texting payment links because we made it super simple. Again, it just works out of the box. And it was so like rewarding to hear our customers say, one of them said, this is my favorite feature already. And all of them have been saying that this is a huge time save. They can just click one thing, their customer gets the invoice. And they were saying that even though like emailing invoices works well, so many people get so many so much spam email now that our customers were saying that they think they'll get paid faster if they can just text the payment link. So not only are they saving time, they're getting paid faster.
Yeah, and also like I mean a lot of the guys that we've worked with used to have a full admin day. So like they'd be like, Monday is my full admin day or something, or when Friday or Thursday is my full admin day, or they'll do their admin after their after their long day of work outside, and what used to take them like a full day is now like 1 or 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just like the mental cost of like doing extra work. It's also like the opportunity cost. Like you could be out there doing other jobs, sending out an email campaign, creating content for your business. So I find that really, really exciting.
Well, I can see your passion in both of you for Eartha Pro. It just radiates from you, which that lets me know you're sold out. And if you're sold out, people should not be inhibited to sign up for your service because they have someone that believes in their product. So I appreciate that about you. Let me ask you this. Where do you see Eartha Pro in 5 years?
In 5 years,
Wow.
we want to keep this a family company. And as we get more customers, we can start hiring. As we grow, we'll need more employees. It's so important to us that to hire in the USA.
Oh.
We're proudly a made in the USA company. We built everything. We did not outsource any work to other countries. And as we grow, we're going to hire in the USA. We're going to be made in the USA. And that's I like growing up. I feel like that was such a powerful message, and it was sad to see that kind of not be as prominent as it used to be. The reason I was so like amazed with the lawn care industry when Courtney was in it for a while, and she brought me into it.
I brought the trade shows.
Yeah, and she taught me a lot about the lawn care industry, and it was so refreshing to see so many people start their own companies, run their own companies, and these are proud American companies, proud American small companies, and it's very it's very rewarding to work with people like that, and we have a lot of the same principles as them. So to answer your question, in 5 years, we want to have 1,000 customers. We're going to be made in the USA, and we're going to hire in the USA.
Yeah, being made in the USA, I can't emphasize how important that is to us. I think we probably are the only software in the space that was completely made in the USA. Just costs. It's very expensive.
No, I think you're right.
To develop.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Well, how does Eartha Pro help with quoting and pricing and scheduling jobs? Can you walk us through the process on those 3 things?
You want to talk about templates?
Yeah, so the templates help a lot. So in the template section, this is where you can create these like pre-made template jobs that you'll be doing. Like say like one of them could be like a quarter acre lawn mowing, or half an acre lawn mowing, or like full acre lawn mowing, and then you can determine like maybe like one. Anyway, you can kind of sort them like that. In each one of those templates, you can import whatever employees you want, whatever materials you need, and then whatever equipment you're going to bring. And then that template automatically will account for those items, how long the job is expected to be, any kind of overhead that you have. Usually anywhere between like an added $1 to $10 per job, depending on how many jobs you're going to do that year, and depending how large your overhead is, like your fixed costs. You can even add your tax percentage if you'd like to, and add any kind of additional fees. And then at the end of creating a template, you'll see your margin percentage. So if you do this job, are you going to make 10% margin or 40% margin? And I think just having the knowledge of what is normal for this kind of job? Am I underpricing my job, and am I actually, running ragged and not making any money, or am I overpricing it, but are people still willing to pay? So like I think it's important. It's incredibly important to know your numbers in that sense. Anyway, that's how you can see your margin there, and you can give a better idea for quoting. And then we have the recurring scheduling that you can use the templates for. Did I answer all your whole question?
I guess to add on to that, Courtney,
okay.
From the templates, you can just select any template. So maybe the half-acre lawn. You can say create jobs, and you can choose your time range. You can choose your frequency. So it can be like make a calendar event every single Monday, for the next 5 months in this time range, right? So maybe March to September. And at the click, and you just say create. You go to the calendar in Eartha Pro, and you'll see that there is a new calendar entry for wherever you wanted it to be, like every Monday, March through September. And that's really cool because depending on which employees are assigned to it, it could be yourself, or if you're a larger team, it could be, one of your coworkers, whoever's assigned to it. When they log into their mobile app, that person will see that on this Monday, this is the job I have to do. This is the address I have to go to. And, these are the, whatever details about the job will be in there too.
Yeah. And then whenever they're done with that particular job, all they have to do is go on the mobile app, is go to that job, select complete job, and then the invoice and the payment link will automatically just be sent to the customer.
And it's so good. I really like the part where you were talking about it sets up the calendar for you. I know guys that try to run a business just by running around all over town, checking properties to see if they need mowed. They have no schedule. They have no plan. So they're wasting a lot of time, wasting a lot of gas money and employee money because they don't have a clue where they're going. I got my schedule set up every day, and I know I have timed every property for the day, so I can tell you within about 30 minutes when I'm going to be pulling back into my driveway in the evening because I've timed myself on every job. I got one job, takes me 7 minutes from start to finish, and I'm done.
Wait, that's crazy fast.
I got another job, it takes me 4.5 hours.
Well, when someone's like onboarding into Eartha Pro, there's another option they can choose. They can choose their speed, and this will affect their hourly rate, which affects their template, which affects the preset templates we give them that they can edit later and they can add later. They can get rid of them, whatever they want. We have Pro Speed, which you would be Pro Speed. These are people that know their route, they know their stuff. They're gonna be in and out like 10 minutes.
Like getting started.
Yeah, getting started templates.
Mm-hmm.
and like what you said, in the words of the great Taylor Swift, she says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Right.
Wait, 7 minutes. Do you know anyone that can do a lawn quicker than 7 minutes?
Not that I know of. That's pretty quick.
Yeah, you should get a camera. Well, next time you do it, you got to set up a camera.
Well, I set up a time-lapse video one time, but it was so fast, it wasn't long enough for a clip.
Wait, I love that it's like a humble brag. It's just like, it was too fast. That's great. Good for you, Hugh.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you have a success story from a client that you could share with us, how Eartha Pro has changed their business, or how Eartha Pro has turned things around for them and helping them finding more time to be in the field and working instead of in the office doing paperwork?
Yeah. One of our early customers, he's been so great to work with because he joined us at the beginning, and he's always giving us feedback on what he would like. So he he's grown with us, which has been really cool to see. But the past two features we released, when we released the templates that you can create recurring jobs, and when we released the ability to text payment links from the mobile app, he was telling us that he now has time to pick up more customers. It's never been easier to get paid quicker, and he's just like, he's saying his whole business has been turned around. This is the customer I mentioned earlier when he was saying texting payment links is his new favorite thing.
Oh.
Like he's like, we talk all the time, and he's saying like he's never been so excited to like talk about his software before, because he's just like, this thing, like he was like, this has just completely changed my business. I get paid faster, and I have so much less to worry about. Like he's wonderful. He's wonderful. Like, we're so happy to work with him. We're so happy to get valuable feedback from him. And it's also like incredible to see that the service we're providing has completely changed his business.
Yeah,
from his own words.
And he can watch more football and basketball.
Oh, yeah.
So very.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I have learned to shut my TV off. As a matter of fact, we are talking about just eliminating TV from our home because my wife does a podcast. She's a school teacher. Her podcast is called The Education Connection. I have a podcast. We both run businesses. She has a Teachers Pay Teachers store where she sells resources to teachers all across the United States. And we're just so busy, why have a TV? So we're at the point now where we're thinking about just eliminating that distraction. Now, I would miss Notre Dame football.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big Notre Dame fan.
Doing this before, like right now, before football season kicks on?
We're talking about it. Pray for me.
You have a laptop. You'll be able to watch it there.
That's right.
Yeah, I fully support, like removing a TV, social media, whatever people need to. But my goodness, I'm so excited for
posts and stuff.
Yeah.
And so now he has a LinkedIn. But
Yeah.
I do all the socials.
Well, when it comes to social media, I am a content creator, not a scroller. I don't sit there and just scroll looking at videos. It kills so much time. And I've got a lot of things that I'm wanting to do, creating some training videos, step-by-step guides on how to build a privacy fence or how to correctly service a property when it comes to mowing. I want to do some of those videos, and I just don't have time to sit and scroll through TikTok and Instagram and Facebook a whole lot. So it's just a distraction. But let me ask you here, before we start wrapping things up, at what stage in a person's business do you feel like they should sign up with Eartha Pro?
Honestly, I feel like people, when they actually think that they need to sign up, it's too late. Because as soon as you have a customer, you should sign up for something, like something or whatever it is, and it shouldn't just be Excel, because there are a whole lot of moving parts to a business, and you want to make sure your foundation is set right. Because if your foundation's not set right at the beginning, and you're not like reading the right reading materials or seeing what's out there, then you're gonna miss something. You might end up just pricing your jobs wrong from the very beginning, not understanding, having a mental map of where all your customers are. You might think you do, but establishing basic routing, I think, and also learning how to. It sounds silly, but remember who your customers are, and remember where they live.
Right.
So I think, because you get one customer, and then you get 10, and you get 25, and you get 50, and then suddenly you have 50 customers, and you haven't serviced half of them in 6 months. And then you have all these people who have used your services, but you never reached out to again. And then you forgot who they were.
Yeah, and like Hugh was saying at the beginning of this, all like a lot of these companies, they're the guys running these companies, they're wearing a lot of hats, right? They do financing, they do the accounting, they do the physical labor, they do marketing, they're doing a lot of stuff. So I really like the way you put it, Courtney. If you think you need a software, it's almost, it might be well, it's never too late.
It's never too late.
But I like the saying, like, it's never too late. But
yeah,
it's it only gets harder to
Right.
to move to software, because when you start a business, there's a lot, there's a lot you need to do. So why not make your life easier?
Yeah, and also the cost of Eartha Pro is so like it's like the cost of a missed job. Like it's
Yeah.
like the cost of like missing one job like a month, or like forgetting to invoice someone like once. And I think the cost you would use, the price you would pay with for not using a software would probably be greater than just paying.
Well, if you could give one piece of advice to someone who's listening in the green industry, what would that piece of advice be?
Get into some community. Like, start listening to a podcast and like search around, find someone who you like listening to, and you like their content on YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, and then like don't think that you're alone, because it can feel like, if especially when you're starting a company, it can feel kind of like you're on your own. You're really not on your own. There's so many people. Like once you connect with them on a Facebook group, or you go to a Quip, that are kind of going through the same thing that you are. Yeah, just reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out to people.
Well, are we leaving anything out that you want to share about Eartha Pro, the updates, anything that we're missing?
Oh, well, we are going to a Quip Expo. It's at Louisville, Kentucky. It's the landscaping industry, lawn care landscaping industry reunion show. I think it's the 6th largest trade show overall in the U.S., which is crazy. There's like 40,000 attendees and exhibitors, or something crazy like that. Louisville actually like structures the city off of this trade show alone, because it brings in so much revenue for them. But anyway, we are exhibiting. We're going to be in the West Wing at booth 42400. It's right when you walk in from the stadium. So you'll see us. We have a nice little corner booth. So please say hi. We'll have Eartha Pro bandanas, and we'd be happy to just chat with you, learn more about your business, and
we'll give you a demo.
Give you a demo.
We'll show you how cool and easy it is to text payment links, invoices. I'm so happy with that feature.
I know.
Well, I want to encourage all of my listeners, especially those who are solo operators, or you run a small business, maybe 10 or less employees. Check out Eartha Pro at earthapro.com. Sign up for their service. Use discount code The Lawn Hustle 11, and to get you a $50 Amazon gift card and some onboarding help. I appreciate you listening to the show. I appreciate Peter and Courtney being on the show tonight. And I'm excited for you. And I can't wait to see you at Equip. And we'll go to lunch or breakfast one morning or afternoon and just be able to sit down in person and talk. But I encourage you to sign up for Eartha Pro. And